So let's start with now one of these two. I will go with this guy here. It's quite interesting, right? Handsome warrior here, right? So need to sharpen my pencil, and I'm going to use a paper from charcoal Strathmore. This is a series 500, also very good paper, less expensive than the Hahnemuller, but still very good, right? It says Fusain, like a charcoal, right? But it's also good for what we have to do with the Conti, with General's crayon, right? So,
What I have is Strathmore toned and
Strathmore tone is good. Strathmore tone is good, yeah. Also, Canson tone is good. And I don't have the same exact color, but if the value is similar, right? So it's just gonna do it, right? And I don't see any white in this working here, so I think we'll be okay with the if it's not the in terms of value. So the paper doesn't need to be too dark, right? Because there's no white highlights in there, right? So if you don't have a pastel like this one, you can use a color pencil. That's fine, right? That's fine. All right, so all right, let's look at quickly now at examine this a little bit. See this line here, right? See that? That's basically what we are doing so far, right? So we can block in. See this circle here, right? You don't see the circle here, but you can kind of, there's a very faint line in here. So probably he blocking this line as a circle very loosely, and then attach the mass. So blocking the head as a circle here, right? Just barely visible. I'm gonna make it a little bit dark. That you keep it as light as possible. We don't need to have this super visible because it needs to go eventually, right? So blocking the face like this, and then we go down. See, look at, so avoid now all these back and forth, and try to find the angle of this line that connects the brow ridge with the chin. See that here? Right, that. So now, just as a way of, see this, there's a triangle here like this. It connect with the back of the head here, right? I want to find this angle here, right? And that. It's gonna look like a guitar pick.
yes, exactly.
Right? So then we have this coming from see the back of the head here. This is a little bit, actually kind of in line with that, but goes in and comes out like that right here. And this is more or less at the level at the bottom of the circle, right? This, the trapezius, right? A little bit lower than that right here. The neck, we look at the space we have between the chin and the neck. In here, the throat, and we try to block this in. Eventually that will be edited, right? So now the space between the chin and trapezius here, this negative space here, right? Like that. So we have now a scaffolding, right? A scaffolding for our drawing. And now we can go about drawing this more precisely. So you notice that even with sanguine, Leonardo's work has the lines of the sanguine go down to the left. As remember when we did the drawing of the young woman singing from behind, that is reminiscent of the girl with a pearl earring, right? and they had those lines coming down like this from the left. He does the same thing with the charcoal with sanguine because he was left-handed. So we want to kind of have, now you don't have to do this, right? Because doing this is gonna give you carpal tunnel, right? All this hand all twisted. So you can draw, instead of this way, you can draw this direction, but the lines in this drawing here, coming from the left to the right, diagonally down, they are not as visible as they are in the drawing in silver point of the young woman, right? So you can go the other direction, right, if you want, provided we maintain the same tonal development, right? So now here we have the brow ridge here we see is about here, right? Which, if you look at this, right? Look at this. So look at this is about the base of the circle, right? Just to look at the structure right here. So this would be equivalent. Remember when we divide the head in thirds, right? Let's see if this is 1/3 of the total height. I mean, the face, the mouth is open, so that in theory is big. Actually, that it should be bigger, right? But this 1, 2, and 3 is still 1/3, right? See that? So now, which means that, what is that, right? What is that? Okay, that is a little bit, so this measurement here is a little bit higher because the mouth is open. So it's not here, it's up here. So just to have an idea of the proportional relationship. But now, let's block in this segment in here, right? Eyeballing the brow ridge and see what it is in relation to the circle. It's not at the level of the center of the circle, it's a little bit lower. Not at the level of the center, a little bit lower. So now that's the brow ridge, comes in like this. The nose, we can block it at this level, see, of the bottom of the circle, more or less here, right? And now we can block in this nose here. Now we see how the upper lip curl up a little bit forward. And then the mouth here, see, you block the mouth, we have 1, 2, 3. See that? So it's not a curved line, it's 3 segments. 1, 2, 3. Right? So we have a lot of space. Let's see if it fits. 1, almost horizontal, right? Almost horizontal. 2 diagonally like that. 2 and 3. Then what we can do, we have now a bump and a bump. See that? Similar in size, right? 1 and 2. And maybe the chin now is a little bit deeper than that, right? So we start seeing if the profile looks good. I would say that probably I need to make this part in here a little bit bigger. Maybe this, let me see. Yeah, and this a little bit deeper, right? A little bit deeper. So here, I mean longer, right? This angle here, this angle here. So this angle here is a little bit more pronounced than in my drawing. So I need to kind of move it back a little bit. So I adjust that, I will adjust this. So now, if this first scaffolding works, right, then we can go over it with refining, finding more details, right? Always keeping an eye open for changes and modification and so on, right? All right, so now, brow ridge, right? And this goes down at an angle like this. Look at the triangle of the eye, right? It's down at an angle like this. Look at the space. So once I come in with the root, with the nasion, with the beginning of the nasal bone here, right? I want to pay attention to the space between the nose and the